Welcome to Penny for a Tale. It is Monday night, and we are continuing on our campaign of the Black Madonna with a special guest today, too. So this is going to be really exciting. But let's go around and talk about the characters we will be enjoying today, as well as who we are as people. Ian, why don't you go ahead?
My name is Ian. I do Sunday nights here at Penny for a Tale. If you're familiar, I used to do Pathfinder First Edition, mostly offline, and then now we're doing a fully online Twitch broadcast of Second Edition, Age of Ashes. You'll find actually everybody else in this Twitch stream is in the game and more, and it's super fun. So check me out on Sundays. But tonight I will be playing Wesley Davis. And that's my team.
All right. Alex.
Hey, I'm Alex Roth. I am back again for Kult. I'm playing Hans. I am also in the Pathfinder game on Sundays, so you can find me there, and hopefully many other games coming up soon. Yay! Including my Star Wars game. Maybe get hyped for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
You better be. All right.
All right, and Spence, why don't you introduce yourself? This is the first time you're on the Black Madonna campaign.
It's true, but if you follow this channel, you have seen my face. I live on Twitch now. Is basically what's happened between my channel, your channel, and yeah. So you've seen me, and I also do audiobooks, and I am playing Saskia Perez. So there's that. I have no idea what's going on, so this is gonna be fun.
This is going to be amazing.
Nobody does. We don't know what's going on. We have it from the get-go.
Great.
All right, so we were continuing on with the Black Madonna. Last time there was a horrific car crash that led Hans, Wesley, as well as some of the others in the hospital, where unfortunately the reporter blacked out due to external stress and has not awoken since. Furthermore, Wesley Davis's wife continues to be MIA. And Wesley is under investigation because of that.
Yeah.
Hans remains an enigma, especially within society. The doctors kind of have a weird kind of questioning of Hans in terms of like updating some medical records that probably haven't been updated in a very long time.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Etc. But you guys came from just after infiltrating the Slavic Association to learn more about the three individuals who were tied to Magda in her last days. You discovered that through one of the offices that they hold meetings at a place known as Pagodins, which you're pretty sure might be an individual. So we kind of pan out as you guys step outside of the hospital, discharged and whatnot. The squeaky wheelchair underneath you kind of grates on your ears as the nurses kind of get you to sign something and then take the wheelchairs back inside. It's a gray afternoon, as it seems to always be here. But other than that, you see vehicles continuing to press on as if the things that you've discovered and the things that have happened to you don't really matter in the context of everything else. And maybe it doesn't. So
we had a crazy hospital situation, didn't we? Like we all had like at least I don't remember if Hans did or did not, but I remember that somebody did. Somebody had a crazy hospital experience, and yeah.
Yeah, so your time in the hospital was filled with horrific nightmares. Some of it felt almost prophetic, as the events that played out in your dreams occurred in reality. Though always kind of meshed with a little peppering of reality as well. It was soon after the conclusion of the reporter's descent down the hall that she passed out after seeing a male individual, with his jaw wrapped up. Apparently, the individual was in a recent car wreck, and his jaw was broken, and he'll have to do a lot of facial reconstruction in order to get better. And since she passed out at that moment, she has not yet awoken.
Okay. So she is still in the hospital. All right. Well, do we continue on with this, with what we were going to investigate next? Do we wait? I'm looking at Wes. Hans is looking at Wes. Like, how do you feel?
I don't feel like we can sit in one place anymore. Not for long.
And you guys both feel like shit. Feverish. You see the boils in between your fingers and toes look inflamed, almost pulsating at some points and times, and no matter how much you wash your hands, it still feels dirty. A little bit of pus will drip out of them every now and then. Smells almost like sweet eggs.
Ugh. Can I have taken some bandages from the hospital? Can I have snuck some bandages?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. I will
All right.
proceed to wrap my fingers with that and be like,
Yeah. I'll put on
"Dear, would you like?"
yeah.
Yeah, we got the crust. Right. Let's we have to get some sort of transportation to wherever we are going next. And I would like a drink, so let us walk.
So, Saskia, you are a member of the Slavic Association, particularly some of the occult meetings you attend every couple of weeks. You know that there is a higher echelon of individuals who dive into more of the deeper practices of the occult. And some parts of it might scare you, just the fact that these individuals aren't known to be good members of society. Misuse of funds, people paid under the table, women have gone missing. So there's always been a creeping dread about what exactly the people you are a part of are really about. You were there when Hans and Wesley got into the association, and you know that some of the higher-ups were very much concerned about their presence. So you took it upon yourself to track these individuals down here to the hospital, but you know that if you track them here, it's not too much of a stretch to know that the others might be coming soon as well. But whatever secret the Slavic Association might have, you feel Wesley and Hans might know a little bit more, at least have the means to find more. And so you see them coming out of the hospital, Hans wrapping his fingers up in these bandages, and you are in a vehicle, like an old BMW.
So I will point to my Uber thing and roll down my window and be like,
well, I don't think there's Uber.
Well, not yet, but no.
You come from the future.
Yes,
from the future.
That's how my occultism works. I don't know. You need the ride? You need the ride? Yes, you handsome with the thing on your hands.
Hans will walk over and kind of like glance at Wes and yeah, we do need a ride. Where are you going?
I go where you go.
That is a good answer. I'm gonna look over at Wes. Because this is the shadiest shit ever.
You know this person?
What is your name?
My name is Saskia.
It's Saskia. I am Hans.
Hello, Hans.
Uh, what are you even doing here? Why? What are you doing at a hospital?
Well, I am looking for work. I'm not part of the official taxi, so I need to ask random people if they want a ride, and if they trust me, I get some money.
You seem very bold. You're very brave to ask strangers in your car.
I am college student. I need money.
No, understand. College student. She's a college student, Wes. Well, we are looking to go to where are we going again? Okay, was that the Pokéden? My note says Pokéden, so it's gonna be the Pokéden. We're gonna go to the Pokéden, okay.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's go. No, I'm gonna get it.
You want to go? We go.
We go. I got your test results back,
Like-
sir. You're dying.
As soon as he gets in the car before the doors even shut, I take off.
Wes's leg is still hanging out. No. I don't like doctors. Nah, it's fine.
I understand. My father was in the military. He doesn't like doctors either.
No good. Never good any news. Never good news with doctor.
So you notice that her car smells like incense. Has a nice sage and amber kind of mixed smell. There is a little pentagram in the roof of the car that looks like it was burned with cigarettes for some reason. And she takes one out and she says, Do you mind if I smoke?
No, can I smoke?
Oh, sure.
All right, we
Here,
smoke. Wes, do you want to smoke?
I put in the little lighter thing.
90s. Who doesn't care?
No one cares.
No one cares. Lung cancer doesn't exist yet. All right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So.
Oh, where are we going? I know you don't like doctors, so we
No.
don't go near a hospital.
Well, we have to go a little far.
Oh, it's a
Pokoden.
good payday for me then.
It is very good payday for you. You did your lucky day going to Pokoden.
Now, do I know the Pokéden?
Pogoden.
Is one of the more well-to-do individuals of the Slavic Association. Pogodin, the address that they have is most likely is his home, his mansion.
Are you sure you want to go to Pogoden?
I'm gonna look back at Wes. Yeah.
Okay, because he normally, I understand. I go to this place, drop people off there sometimes, and sometimes you need appointment.
You drop people off there.
Sometimes.
What do they look like?
They look like everyone.
Hmm.
They look like people.
They don't dress weird. They don't. Not all in black or.
Well, black is a good color. You notice that she's all in black. Black
Okay.
is good color. It's
Black is
slimming
good
on
color.
everyone.
It is good color.
is the color of night. Night is romantic. Everyone likes the black.
No.
And so we're moving past that.
Hard, guys. Yes.
I'm turning more Russian as I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yes, we I don't know. I don't think that we'll need an appointment there. If we do, we'll get one.
Okay. Well, I will take you then. And do you like Spice Girls?
What are Spice Girls?
If you want to be my lover.
I don't want to be your lover.
No, I turned on the thing, and
okay.
that's the song that comes on.
Yeah, your car. Your car.
Okay.
I live for this right now.
You're welcome.
I
I have
Spice
been
Girls.
waiting to play a 90s game, damn it.
This is the moment.
I am here for this.
My roommate got to see the Spice Girls live when she was 11.
So you seem pretty open about the people you drive.
I drive a lot of people. They like to talk. I don't judge. They pay me.
What happens after they leave?
They leave.
Everything they told you.
They leave. Things they tell me I don't normally remember. There's no reason to remember. Unless they're like, hey, there is a big pile up over on the intersection and you need to stay off the Autobahn.
So as long as you don't think were memorable to you, we could use your help.
For what?
Well, we need a way to get around, and we need to be off the record.
I don't have records.
That's perfect.
You know, you pay me, you put the gas in the car. It's all good for me.
So it reminds me of my childhood. I like it. No record.
It is taxes are complicated.
We don't need that.
Exactly.
No. What are you studying in school?
I study mythology and folklore.
What's the job market for that?
Well, I want to become a teacher. I want to teach these studies.
Interesting. I'm
Yes.
gonna look back at Wes.
Oh, you're in the front seat with me.
I
Sweet.
am. I assume I'm in the front seat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could be in the back seat. No.
In the front seat.
Okay. So we go. And are you new to this area? I can do the sightseeing thing if you like.
No, we don't need sightseeing. We are travelers, but not tourists. We are not
So for
tourists.
business, not pleasure. Understand.
Little pleasure. Little.
What kind of pleasure? I can tell you where things are. Good things are, like good
Hey, Hans.
restaurants.
We don't have to do this.
Why not? We be working all day. We work all. It is our life, right?
Yeah.
I can't have a conversation.
He's a real stick in the
I'm
mud,
going
eh?
to reach for your hand, but
Minor.
only to remind you what's happening to us. As you look at your bandaged, swollen, infected hand, might I remind you what has been happening?
Yeah, I remember quite fondly. He'll pat Wes's hand and be like, "That is why conversation is good. We find out where the good bar is."
That was
okay.
excruciating. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yes.
What happened to your hands?
Look, we don't need to do this. You're providing us a ride.
Okay.
And we're paying you.
Okay. You want a silent driver. I understand.
It was accident.
Mm. The accidents are terrible.
Mm.
Was it like the one I saw earlier?
I don't know. Which accident did you see earlier?
Well, it was near the hospital.
Hmm.
It was like a couple of hours ago.
Let me turn this up real quick. I'm gonna dial up the radio. If you wanna be
More
my
Spice Girls.
lover.
Cranberries.
My friends. We gotta be careful. We don't want to get the Spice
You
Girls
gotta
after us.
let it linger.
Spice up your life.
No, that was 98.
You're right. That was later. That was later in their career.
Oh, we're showing our age, and it's great.
So you guys head southward, just outside of Berlin. The house is 20 kilometers, kind of the southeastern of Berlin, amidst idyllic lakes, forested mountains, and open grazing land. You kind of get an odd feeling as you move through. You know, you're listening to the music, but you see the shadows of the trees kind of going past you, reflected onto the glass as you stare out into the woods. It's still cold outside, so your breath every now and then creates this fog across the window. But hey, this is probably the only time you've had in a very long time to relax.
Yeah, Hans is enjoying it. He's like, starting to maybe even nod off a little bit, just like head against the glass as they like roll through, and he's quiet. He's just listening to music.
Yeah, it turns to some more German type stuff. And then like some house music comes on, and she turns it down a little bit and starts just like muttering under her breath.
Probably complaining about gas prices. It's like $1 now. It's insane.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's
how are you
crazy.
not? How can you make ends meet? It doesn't.
So as you guys are drifting off to sleep, some of you, others attentive at the wheel.
It better be.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's falling asleep.
If you've ever had an itch in your eye, you understand this feeling. As there's kind of feels like something is crawling on the bottom part of your eye.
Oh, I hate that.
And when you reach up and scratch around it, probably somewhat irritated, Lee, you feel nothing. And so you kind of scratch a little bit more and continue to play with it. And the lower part of your vision becomes obscured, as if something continues to crawl its way forward, encompassing more of your vision.
Is this all of us or just some of us?
It happens to you in very different ways. For Hans, since your eyes are kind of fluttering about, coming in and out of consciousness, it's a little bit more peaceful. Almost like an itch right before you go to sleep. Instead of scratching, you just kind of let the darkness overtake you. For Saskia, this is probably more of an irritating and damaging thing.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, though, as you guys continue to look out, you notice that the winding roads start to get a little bit darker. The trees start to fade into this darkness, and it almost seems to be encompassing the whole vehicle. Night has come, and it's come quickly, and it's very hard to see for Saskia. Kind of turn on your brights, but it doesn't really penetrate more than a couple of meters out into the winding road. So you're kind of having to rely on the yellow streaks in the middle of the road, which is made more difficult by the fact that there is something crawling about on the lower end of your eyes,
Oh, scheiße.
continuing to move its way upwards. And you can almost sometimes see a little flutter of a wing against your eyelid.
Them moths.
The lights of the car illuminate a building in front of you. It is a mansion, one story though, but very wide and broad. A rustic sort of quality to it, built in the Germanic style with like these log walls. There's a huge turnabout in the front of the house, as well as a manicured lawn. There's a swimming pool, and you see a helicopter on top of the building as well. It's obviously whoever lives here is very wealthy, and despite never seeing this place before, you understand that this is Pogodin's mansion.
Hello, friends. Join in. We are here.
Sorry, I fell asleep. Something in my eye.
Yeah, the bugs. They are very, very bad tonight.
Must be. All right. Is this it?
Yes.
It's huge.
Where are you parked?
I'm parked down at the end of the roundabout. I'm not allowed to go by the building, not with this car.
That's ideal. How much do I have to pay you for you to stay here about an hour?
50 francs?
Pay her, Wes. He's gonna start to get out.
Okay, yes.
Buddy.
Of course. I mean, duh.
Here's the one with a job. No. He gets out of the car. Hans gets out of the car.
Alright, Hans gets out of the car, and Saskia, you feel a slight pain as you notice that several parts of your flesh look like it's being pulled as Hans continues to move out of the vehicle. You see droplets of blood forming against your shirt.
Is what you have contagious?
It's the what? Hans will look back in, not like having heard what she said, and will he see the blood? Like, Wes, take a look at this.
Did you get me sick with whatever is swelling your hands?
No, this looks different. I don't know.
Yeah.
We are
And
not
as you're
contagious.
looking
I'm sick,
at
we're
it,
not
it's
contagious,
almost
that
like this out-of-body experience as you three just kind of float, carried along by some wind, moving past the walls of the mansion. And then as you enter it, there's this abyss that opens up beneath you and you fall.
Wait, so we were in the
We were in the car.
we were in the car, and we just all had this this experience of falling into the abyss. Okay, all right, just making sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah, that's not very cash money.
What is in this game?
Yeah, you see this lounge set up before you, this almost temple-like place with candles spread out everywhere. You see three men talking to each other. They don't seem to have noticed you. One of them speaks up. They may have stumbled across my book on dream magic. If so, they'll try to break the curse. I think Magda suspected what could break it too. Wesley and Hans, you recognize this person as Philip Kramer, the individual you saw at the start of this endeavor. As you look down at your hands, you notice that you have the copy of The Power of Dreams that the reporter had in your own hands. And as you look upon it, it flips open, turning itself around and landing on the page with a ritual. As you start to speak the words that are on the pages, you notice that the house starts crumbling about you, and finally the three individuals before you start crumbling as well. But more importantly, the fever diminishes, the boils on your hands fade, And then you awaken. Hans from this dream, Wesley from this dream, and Saskia from this weird mix of a vision and a dream as you're going across the long road headed towards Pogodin's mansion.
So we're still driving. That's crazy dreams. Oh.
I look down at my arm. Is my arm still messed up?
No, though as you kind of look at your hands upon the steering wheel, you do notice that there is some inflammation in between your pointer finger and middle finger.
Sorry, not sorry.
Uh,
But our fingers
come with
are...
me, Hans.
Your
We are-
Immediately,
fingers,
I'm gonna
You can't
exit the
go
car.
anywhere. We're driving.
yeah,
You're
your
driving.
fingers are still pus-filled and gross.
Oh, I thought you said they were better.
Yeah, only in the
Oh,
dream.
oh, that sucks. Okay. What's Wes?
I'm gonna need you to pull over a second.
Pull
Oh,
over, please.
Oh, okay. I will pull over the car.
Hans will get out and anticipate Wes getting out.
Yep, I come out.
Do you have to pee?
Back to four-door. Sure, whatever. And I slam the door. And I'm gonna step out somewhere in the road where there's enough light that we can make eye contact here. But I kind of want to be in our driver's blind spot, so I don't have to talk
Right.
to them.
Well-
I throw a roll of toilet paper at you.
Hans will catch it. Hans will be like, "Thank you. You're nice. That's 1 minute. 1 minute. He needs help."
Yeah.
And he'll go over and talk to like, "Oh, what's up?
Why was there toilet? Never mind.
Do you
So-
need it?" No.
Look, I'm not going to claim I have any idea of how what's happening to us started happening to us, but if it's spreading, now that they've got it, did we put them into this? Are we?
You ask good questions, Wes, and I don't know. What are we supposed to do? What are we know that if we go to doctor, they're not going to cure it. This is not a part of medicine. I don't know what it is. I am just in the dark as you are. I don't know. We could maybe be infecting people like her. We might not be. All I know is that this was next step. Going to this mansion is next step. In possible resolution, possibly not. We could die. I don't know. What
Yeah.
choice do we have, Wes?
We can choose not to bring everybody we know down with us. I don't know.
That is a noble thought, Wes. I know. I don't. We've already lost. I don't know what about you. I mean, I don't know. We've lost most of the rest of our lives, right? You, your wife.
Yeah,
What
I'm
else?
gonna shoot you a glare for that one.
Okay, you can shoot me.
I'm pretty pissed off that you would throw some shade at me like that, because we both know what this is in reference to.
I don't. If you have better idea, please.
I don't know. I don't know if someone's following us. I don't know if something is following us, but it looks like trouble is following us with incredible deliberation. Just keep your mouth shut, because if there's a trail of evidence, I'd be surprised if it doesn't lead back to us.
All right, you're a boss. He's gonna start to head back to the
Yep.
car.
Can I say while they've been talking, I've had like a crystal amethyst on my wrist and a mini sage stick, and I'm reciting something in old Latin over my hand, and I try to like pat it out as they.
Yeah.
So, why don't you roll Soul, Saskia?
Okay. So it's 2d10.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me while I work on a cosplay during this game.
It's cool.
All right, so soul, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have 0 soul.
It's fine. Nobody has soul.
Ah, scheiße!
I have 2.
Yes, I curse in German in my real life. 13.
All
I
right.
got a 10 and a 3.
So you notice, looking at your hands, because you've always been sensitive to things other people cannot see. But there's almost like a blackness, a goo of sorts, a gas oozing from between your fingers, wafting up and kind of disappearing around you. So because you didn't get all the way a true success, because what, you got 13?
Yeah.
We'll say we'll give you you're probably distressed from this.
Okay.
So it's just a -1 in terms of anything that would that the stress will kind of prevent.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what you see.
All right. Oh,
Hans.
hi. Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
no. Yeah. Hans will get back in the car and wait until Wes gets back in.
Is your friend okay?
Yes, he ate something bad. It's
Well.
just, yeah,
Hospital food is terrible.
it is. If you go in not sick, they make you sick. That's how they make the money. That is exactly how that works.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
and
my thinking.
Hans, as you're kind of getting, well, no, actually, it's Wesley in the backseat, right?
Yeah, Wes is in the backseat.
Wesley, you notice that the Power of Dreams is sitting on the other side of the seat.
Everything okay, friend?
Yeah.
I know you're okay.
I'm not supposed to talk.
You are not supposed to talk.
No, still not to talk.
I enjoy talking to you.
I enjoy talking to you. You are very nice. How much further is it until the mansion?
Not too much longer.
Maybe half hour. I mean, it's very dark, so you know.
It
it's,
is.
Weird. I will try, but I also want to not hit a deer or something.
Yeah, there's deer? I guess there
Yes.
would be deer in the woods.
We're in the woods. There are deer.
Hmm.
What, do you think they only have them in Russia?
He'll laugh at that. We don't have
There are-
normal deer. We have Russian deer.
You do have Russian deer. Your Russian deer, they have like, and I'm starting to drive at this point. They have
Yes.
they have big antlers with fuzz on them.
They are. They're not. They're not deer. They're the other one.
Elks.
Not horse. Elves.
Elk
Elk. Yes.
Elk.
Yes.
with a K.
With the K, and they are humongous. You don't mess with them.
No. Well, you don't mess with any creature. They have very thick bones.
This deer conversation.
Yeah, you guys kind of have to stop a few meters before the house where the driveway, as you guys saw in the vision, kind of circles around in front
I'm
of the
having very big deja vu.
So am I.
I am not getting out of the car this time.
You see several limousines are parked there, and several guards are walking about, some with dogs, some without.
Yeah, they've got guards with dogs.
So, but you said you didn't think you needed an invitation.
So I've been known to be wrong sometimes.
Okay.
Not all the time. He's gonna look back at Wes, and you want to park down here. You don't want. Let's not.
No,
get closer. Yeah.
I know that I'm not allowed to go up there, especially when there are limousines. My car? Are you kidding?
Do you know if that's the only way in? It's through the front door.
I mean, that is the best way to go in. Because otherwise you would be not welcome, and that could be dangerous, yeah?
No record. No record.
No record,
No
no, but
record.
also, you know, you don't want to, like, I can see from here, they have guns. You don't want to be shot.
No, I do not.
I don't want you to be shot. I already have burns in my upholstery. I don't need blood too.
Same. He's gonna look back at
Oh,
Wes.
Are you alive back there, Mr. Davis?
Yeah, I'm taking it in.
Oh, okay. You got very quiet,
Tell you
and
what.
I couldn't hear you breathing.
Can I see that book, by the way?
What book? What book? There's book?
Yeah.
Did I know this book was in my car?
No.
Okay.
Book.
And
book?
you, I assume Wesley, pick it up.
Yep.
Yep, same one that the reporter had, and it's the same one in the vision. Turning over the pages, you turn to the page that talks about removing a dream-like disease, which entails forming an exterior circle, a middle circle, and then the smaller circle around the people who first cursed you. And then speaking the words, and then everything should be okay.
That's
But who cursed us?
You are cursed?
Huh? No, you misheard. It's bad German. Sorry, I don't know. I can't.
You can speak English. My father is actually American, so I do speak perfect English.
he's from Texas.
That's okay.
Just to warn you, he is from Texas.
Yes.
Not the same. Not
My
same
last
English.
name is Perez. If
I
he
don't
knows
get
anything
it.
about
No, see,
if he
here.
knows anything about Texas,
He's actually from Texas. He'll know. Yeah.
so so you know.
This book, is it signed?
No, it's got some notes in it, but that's about it.
Interesting. And I think I remember some of these notes on the Power of Dreams. Wrote some of them down. Nothing. No, Kramer's signature isn't in it.
No, what?
Is Kramer's signature in it?
Oh, it is, yes.
Got our in.
Yes. We'll use. We met him not long ago. That's
No.
a good enough cover story. I mean, let's try it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's,
Okay. Have
me-
fun, don't die.
Yeah, and do me a favor, but circle the block once or twice before you repark.
Block. There's woods out there. There is no block. I can go
Drive,
park in the woods if you want.
There
me
is no
to.
block, Wes.
drive, and then turn around and come back.
Okay, MacGyver.
MacGyver. I love it. He is MacGyver. Pay her, Wes.
Yay.
Okay, Knight Rider.
Ooh, that's
David
even better.
Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff.
We love the Hasselhoff.
He's great.
Jeez.
I am loving this time setting.
Yeah,
It makes me so happy. Okay, sorry.
Jeez.
I call you Knight Rider now.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
Ah.
But you can call me Kit, because Kit is the car.
Ah, yes.
Yep.
Yes, I like
That's
this.
where we are.
I like this a lot.
Alright. Hans will wait for Wes outside the car.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. Once they're far enough away from the car, he'll kind of slowly just walk up. Just okay. Have you ever
Same.
been
Hey Mitch, can I actually like discreetly follow them to make sure that they don't get in trouble?
Mhm.
Okay.
You.
Yeah, I guess you park the car down the lane
Yeah.
and just start following via the forest.
Yeah.
All right. So Hans, Wesley, are you guys just going towards the front door?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's
Ugh.
do it. Hans will make sure that he doesn't like. I don't remember if Hans has a gun on him right now. I don't think he does. Cause,
Okay. You need to check. You can't
Exactly.
just bring a gun.
I know. No, I think I lost it. I don't remember if I brought it to the black. What happened after the car accident? Like that was he lost the gun at some point in that. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna say he does not have a gun. He does not have a gun. He would have gotten rid of it at the hospital or whatever. So he doesn't have anything.
All right. I guess my question is, Wesley, are you gonna attempt to try to begin the ritual? Because outside of the house is where it begins.
Does it say that in the book? Does it say like start ritual here?
It says 500 paces outside of their temple, the ones who first cast it upon you. So, kind of looking at the house, 500 paces will kind of just be around the house.
So you think this is where their temple? I mean, you had the dream, I had the dream. I think she had the dream. This is where we think the temple is.
It's our best shot.
All right. We still don't know what the ramifications could be if we fail on this.
We die.
Okay. Just so we're all
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
You know you're going to need Chuck for this.
What the hell?
Scared me.
Yes. Hans is
Wow.
done spooked.
And I hand him a box full of chalk.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have my witch survival kits.
You
God.
also, so the
Russian.
ritual requires a cup of soot in your right hand and a cup of black sand in your left, which Sasuke will also have.
I happen to have.
Why do you have this stuff?
I thought it was obvious. I am a witch. I always carry ritual things in case of emergencies.
That is weird, but not as weird as what's going on here. Okay.
Clearly.
Ugh.
Also, do you need help with drawing this? Because your hand looks fucked up.
His hand is fucked
Yeah.
up.
I am just saying.
My hand.
I'll read it to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna read the instructions in English just in case people are listening and maybe don't know English. It's kind of a long shot, but you know
Yeah.
what? It's my only contribution.
So
speaking
I
English so
assume you're
well.
still a little bit away from the guard people to kind of notice you. But the outer circle is taking the soot with your right, and then starting the black circle, and the black sand is for the innermost circle, and you have lines to summon. Yeah.
Do we all need to read it?
Yes.
All right. Well, as you guys are drawing, Hans will be the lookout. Just make sure none of the guards are going to come over here.
All right. So who is speaking the words?
What language is it in?
Looks like a Latin.
Well,
It's not me.
this is kind of what I study.
Does it need to be one of us? One of the? Well, I guess at this point, congratulations, you are infected too.
Well, yes, I am, and I show them my hand.
Yeah. Welcome, you're in
Thank
good
you.
company. Yes. Then yes, you should be the one that reads it.
All right. So
Also, sorry for picking you up.
Yeah, sorry for getting in your car. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
Everything is fine.
That has been our motto through this. Everything will be fine.
Everything's
Wes,
fine.
look at Wes.
Just ignore your problems.
it'll
Alright.
go away. in
It's
time.
fine. Everything's fine. We had 4 people. Now they're 2.
In nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus
Oh
Sancti.
no.
Yeah.
All right, I'm actually gonna post it so you guys can
Mm.
read it.
Ooh,
Not that one.
I heard a thing.
Sorry.
No, I heard a ding.
Wrong link.
Where are you posting it, BT Dubs?
Oh,
Facebook.
there's something going on.
Huh?
What's going on?
He's gonna post what I'm supposed to read.
Oh, okay. It's the
Cool.
lyrics too.
Yay!
If you want to be my lover.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like No Mercy. Where do you go, my lovely? I wanna know.
That would be awesome.
Also,
Alright, no, you're just gonna repeat after me.
okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Aktharat.
Aktarat,
Shagadil.
Shagadil,
Ferocial.
Farelsiol,
Makuthat.
Makuthat,
Adnan.
Adnan,
Oppressior.
Oppressior,
Sukulo.
Seculo,
Stadat.
Starats,
Circulo fundat.
Seculo fondat,
In nomine
in nomine
Shagadil.
Shagadil,
Disparat. Ex.
Desperat, ex
Nata.
carnata,
Perd otris.
per otres,
Achtharat.
achtarat.
Alright.
Why can't you just put that in the chat? Because I would read that.
I know. I it wouldn't let me copy from the thing, so I'd have to type it all
Bastards.
out. I know.
That's
right?
all right. I know. Copyright.
Yep. The protection.
Yeah.
All right. So the exterior circle has been complete.
Okay.
Was there any sort of change in feeling or anything that lets us know that it worked?
There's a slight wind about, but who really knows?
Yeah, there's a slight wind about. All right. What's the next circle we have to get in?
The second circle, you have to be a little bit closer. You think probably within the household. And then the final circle is directly around the individuals who first cursed you.
Okay. All right.
Well, okay. So, well, how do you think we should get in?
Well, if we go through front door, we'll have to talk with the guards that have dogs. I am going to only assume that the back door to this place is equally as guarded or has an alarm system. I don't think there's a good way without knowing the entire layout of this place. I don't know. We could just say that we have a book, but they could take the book.
Counter. I could go and ask to use a telephone because my car died.
Could do that. You could open door.
Sure, or a window or something.
Ugh.
There's no time limit on this spell, yes?
He'll look at Wes. He doesn't know.
It looks like it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I have to go down to the bottom of the driveway, so it'll be a minute. And I go down to the bottom of the driveway, and then I start walking up the driveway. I have hiked up my skirt a little bit.
All right. As you approach, you definitely see individuals. And a guard approaches you and.
Hello. My car broke down down the road. Is there a phone I can call or something?
This is a private residence.
I understand, but it is dark. It's in the middle of the thing in the I'm trying to open what you sent me.
With the horses. In the woods with the horses.
It's in the middle of the woods, and there's like deer and bears and things. So I just need a telephone. I don't need to bother whoever is at home. I just need a telephone to call for a tow.
All right, follow me.
Thank you. Danke.
And he'll kind of rub his head and hands off his poppers to one of the other guards before heading inside. He opens kind of this beautiful wooden door with glass, opaque colored glass on the center of it. And
Now, am I associated with this group at all? I'm confused about
You
my role in
are
this.
the Slavic Association, but this is if the best kind of viewpoint would be like you're a cashier at Walmart and you're now in the house of the owner of Walmart.
Gotcha. The Waldens, got it.
Yep,
Okay.
the Walmarts. That's their last names.
No, their last name is the Waldens.
Should be the Walmarts.
Anyway. I will. Is the phone by a window? I want to
it
like
is.
create
So
a
in
distraction.
Yay!
In the hallway, there's furniture, somewhat impersonal, as well as a few lacquered tables with twisted glass sculptures positioned along the wall. There's a surrealist copper engravings on the walls as well. But for the most part, the house seems somewhat empty. You notice that there are...
Bless you.
Thank you. Kult me. You notice that there are motion detectors that cover the front door, but they seem to be off at this point in time. So he kind of just stands just inside the door, watching you casually in the hallway, and the phone is right there on this desk.
Okay, so I will pick up the receiver and start dialing, and I will look out the nearest window and shriek like I saw something really scary.
All right.
Oh man. Okay.
And yeah, people like the guy kind of looks at you and then races outside. You see several other movement outside. Dogs start barking.
I will go to another room on the other side, away from where I had pointed, and open a window for them.
Oh my god. This is great.
All right. So you
Dude,
enter.
damsel in distress works
No,
every time.
You've gotten further than.
You enter a bathroom, and there's like on a higher part of the wall, there's a rectangular window that looks they can fit through. They'll just have to squeeze.
Yep.
So you can.
I'll put some soap around the edge real quick.
Yeah.
Come on.
So Hans...
And then I will go back to the room where I was supposed to be calling.
All right.
Tow truck.
Yeah. So Hans would have watched all of this happen and kind of tried to get what she was trying to do.
Yeah, you see
So
like a little
hopefully-
window open up and.
All right. Yeah. He'll motion to Wes. Come on. Let's go. And he's going to start moving in that direction with Wes.
All right, so you guys head over quickly. Everyone seems distracted. A couple of people are talking to each other, and there are some flashlights grazing along the lawn. As you guys squeeze through this this toilet thing, kind of like head first into.
I make the inappropriate joke. Go again.
I will be like muttering to myself in really quick fire German. Ich habe das gesehen und es was ein ganze Schnase and just like really trying to appear distressed and like if anybody is looking in the window that I'm supposed to be looking out.
Yeah. So for Hans and Wesley, why don't you guys act under pressure?
Okay. Get in the window, Wes. Lube
Get
yourself.
in window.
Get in the window. Lube yourself. Go.
The window is pre-waxed with soap.
I just want to say lube yourself.
These are D10s, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
D10s. Unless you want to go hardcore mode and it's D6.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
Is
That's
this coolness?
nightmare mode. Huh?
Is this coolness?
Yeah, coolness.
Okay.
6.
I got a 15 total.
Nice. You do it with no consequences. You have
I am well.
done this
I am
before.
exactly. I've done this before.
And how about Wesley?
Not so great.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I got a 6 and a 2,
Oh no.
and I don't know where I put my coolness, but it's not looking great.
Oh.
Oh no. All right. Yeah. So
He loses a shoe.
just as you kind of plop down, your foot goes right into the toilet.
Oh.
And there's
Oh, cool.
Kind of like that.
Excellent.
That little like sloshing sound.
I know the kind.
Saskia, you hear this just as one of the guard who talked to you earlier comes in, and he kind of turns his head over to the direction of the bathroom.
Please, did they find anything?
What'd you see?
It was big, and it had like eyes that should not be shining, but they were shining, and then the nose went down to here. It was like a really big bear, but it was like not like this nice bears that we see, you know, on the roads, like Bern, but like it like had like stuff coming from its mouth, like the foam and things. It was very big. It was too big for a bear.
Did you make a call?
I did. They said they could be here in an hour.
And you're going to wait here?
If you let me. I definitely don't want to be outside out with that thing. I will stay here, I promise. Or maybe go to the bathroom. I don't know. But like,
I'll be here. I'll make sure you are stay in this location.
oh, okay. Okay, that is fine.
And he'll
I
just
feel a little better. I feel a little better having, you know, a strong man like you here.
You try
Forgive
to talk
me.
to me with your sexy talk, but I don't swing that way.
Hey.
Well, can I tell you about a couple of friends of mine? If you are looking, I know
No.
a couple of people.
If I
Oh.
want to find, I'll find.
Oh, okay.
Body like mine, I'll find.
Oh, I have no doubts. Do you work out?
I do.
Oh, well, it shows.
Thank you.
Hans is dying.
So Wesley like is able to get his foot
Yeah.
out for this.
Hans is helping him. Hans will help
Yeah.
Wes get his foot out
Thanks.
the toilet.
that little suction noise of.
Mm.
You got the foot in the toilet. What we're gonna do with you, Wes? You got to admit this is funny, a little funny.
Yes, I'm enjoying all of this. I'm thoroughly entertained.
Enjoy this. This is hilarious. All right. It sounds like she's giving a good enough distraction. So put your shoe back on. Let's.
Oh,
All right. He's going to. Hans will start to get an idea of where they like where I'm gonna forget your character's name. Saskia and
So I will actually ask to use the bathroom.
okay.
Yeah. So you guys hear that conversation just outside.
Actually,
and then-
can I use your bathroom real quick?
Yes, it's just right there. You will find feminine products or what have you, and other things within there if you need it.
Oh, that's very considerate. Thank you. I will be out shortly. Don't listen. No, that's kind of gross.
I will stand over here in a respectful distance.
I appreciate you.
The Germans are weird.
and I like. Oh, hi.
You like, and it's like a small bathroom. too.
Yeah.
I'm like right up against Hans. Hi.
Yeah. Oh god.
I...
And like Wesley's like
yes,
left
Wesley's foot.
pants is soaked and like there's a little squishing every time he puts weight on his shoe.
He fell in toilet.
Love
I see
it.
that. I see that.
But thank you.
Where is the book?
He's got it.
Yeah, I've got it.
May I have the book?
Yeah, it's intact. Here you go.
I put it in my bag. And so here is what I am thinking. And be very quiet because the guard is nearby. But so you do the circle. And I give the black sand.
Mm-hmm.
You turn a light on or something, or flash something so that I can see it, and I will read the thing. And then we go from there.
Then he's gonna look at Wes. Wes, if things go south, let me cover you. You finish this, okay? You read this stuff.
We'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I look through my bag. I've got a mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I hand him the mirror and say, "Here, this will help." Flush the toilet.
There goes your shoe.
And I wash my hands. Dry them off on Hans' shirt. Sorry, but I don't want to reach over there. And then I scooch out and almost close the door behind me and go back to the room with the telephone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Dankeschön.
just right out in the hall, so
Yep.
He's in the corner there, just kind of watching you.
Danke.
No problem.
Alright. I guess Wes and I are gonna go sneaky sneaks. Is that what we're gonna do? Alright. Let's go do some sneaks.
All right. Sneaky. All right, roll coolness.
So you've got what you need to make the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. Because we just needed do we already use the ash?
There's enough.
Okay.
But yeah. It's kind of ash of salt. But I also sent you guys the ritual so you guys can look at it.
Yes. So the second circle, with the new moon's face behind you, place yourself 40 paces from the temple. Hold a copper bowl. I would have given that to you. With your blood in your right hand. Hold the bowl of blood from one who does not carry the curse with your left hand. Would we have read that?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Do I technically count?
Yeah.
Sure. So I would have given you some of my blood. And I would have put it on a tampon and put it in there.
What is my life?
Cover.
Yeah, it's a good
Welcome.
my life.
Yeah. I mean, we could make it really gross and say that it was in place. But
I mean, for Kult, that is okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
For any game, Kult is okay.
Thematically, I would have been like, don't look. Yank.
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 There.
Oh, my life. Okay. So, yes, we do have everything that we need for this ritual.
Great.
Hans doesn't get it. Hans is so out of his element when it comes to any of this that he's just like, I hopefully will just die.
You're like, sweet release, please.
Sweet fucking release.
So what'd you guys get for coolness?
14.
How about you, Wesley?
Better than the last time, hopefully.
Let's see. 9 and 2, and my coolness is.
How cool is Wesley? He just put his foot in a toilet.
I don't remember. It's missing from my sheet. Is there a way to calculate it based on my other base stats? Oh, it's -2. So 9, 10, 11,
Oh, no.
10, 9.
Oh, Wes.
no.
Oh, Wes.
Okay. Who told you I was cool?
No one did.
I
You
made the
just disappointed
assumption.
yourself.
You got your foot in the toilet.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Americans are cool, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
You are not David Hasselhoff?
He's not David Hasselhoff.
I'm
Look at
putting
him.
I'm putting my toilet foot forward. That's
Yeah.
my problem.
And like Hans is doing all right. There's some creaking, and Saskia, you notice the guards kind of looking down the hallway, and he starts heading over there. And like right now, he's just kind of curious. And then there is the very defined noise of a.
Oh no.
Wes. Wes.
Can't help it.
As the soggy shoes like.
Can I pick him up? Can I pick Wes up?
You can at this point, but
Sweep me off my
Saskia,
feet.
you see, and you guys hear
Okay.
the footsteps of this guard heading down the hallway. You know that you are seconds away from him turning the corner.
I will drop the book on the floor. Sorry. Sorry.
And he'll kind of pull the gun that he has and points it to you and says, "You stay right there."
Okay.
As he
I-
kind of aims it down the hallway and creeps around. Hans, you notice the barrel of the gun moving around the corner with the hands that are holding it.
I don't want to do anything.
What are you
No, I
gonna
don't
do?
I'm going to try and get that gun away from him.
All
and
right,
knock him out.
roll violence or
Violence,
Ooh.
and I'm good with this. Hopefully,
negative
Alright.
5.
This is my love language.
I was
Hurt
just
me more,
Ah,
dog.
yes.
What'd you get?
20 total. I got a
Holy,
10,
Yeah.
I got a 10 and a 7, and I get +3 for violence. So
Yeah. Look at you, all violent.
Jeez.
Whew, yeah, so you're able to inflict damage and avoid a counterattack. So Wesley, you see Hans move forward, grab the gun, and just kind of like do an uppercut against the man's chin as he moves back, rolls over, and gets back up. But Hans, you now have the gun, and you notice that the man is kind of bleeding from his nose.
can I knock him over the head? Actually, hold on. Before I do that. Does he have any radios or stuff on him?
He does.
All right, I'm gonna point the gun at him and be like, "I'm so unintimidating as a person, by the way. Like,
You can
I have
do
to be
it.
like, all right, don't move." And I'm going to go through his stuff.
He kind of gets up. So you're moving towards his little radio that he has on his side?
His crotch. Yeah, the radio on his side.
All right. So why don't you give me avoid harm? As you kind of move forward, he grabs your hand.
Ah, god damn it! Should have shot him.
Shot
That's
him right in
okay.
the face. What the?
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. Is this a violence roll?
No, it's avoid harm.
Avoid harm. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I
he
do.
looks very much like he's about to harm you. You should probably avoid it.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Yay. 13.
All right, cool. So as you come forward, he pulls your arm back, and you feel like you're a crack in your shoulders as he kind of
God damn.
wrenches your arm, almost pulling it out of its socket. The gun falls down on the ground, but you don't have any true harm to you. As you guys look at each other, and you guys know you're about to square off. Wesley and Saskia, you guys are both seeing this. What are you guys gonna do?
Go.
I'm gonna go for the gun.
All right. Let's do a act under pressure. And what are you
Okay.
doing, Wesley?
I'm going to stop the child from
Child.
trying to get that gun by getting the gun.
All right.
So,
Oh no, they both retried the gun. Oh.
Yeah, they both reach for the gun.
two people.
All right, go ahead. Roll coolness.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Pressure.
But I get a -1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's still pretty good.
And Hans, why don't you go ahead and roll violence?
Uh-oh,
You were
I got a
swearing
5.
Oh no!
That's a 5 total.
I got a 16.
Oh,
Ooh, nice. And what
Because
about
my
you,
coolness is 1 and I have a -1, so it cancels.
16 total.
Whoo! All right.
This is my
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
You're
My
like,
best
yes, this is my moment in the sun. So like you guys, you give him an uppercut, and it's obvious he's kind of getting the shit kicked out of him. As he rolls back, Saskia tumbles right underneath him right before he slams down on the ground, rolls over, picks up the gun. And it's about this time that Wesley, with like as he's racing towards the gun, notices that the dog is also in the hallway.
Damn it.
Which comes racing forward and yanks down right onto Wesley's shoulder and starts the shaking him about. You feel your flesh tear. So why don't you, Wesley, give me an adore injury? The harm is 2. So it's your fort, -2.
all right. So, Fortitude -2 is a total of -2, and I got a 5 and a 7, so 12 minus 2, 10.
All right, so you are still standing, but I'm gonna say you receive a serious wound. It is shredding your right shoulder, bits of flesh and
Ooh.
skin and bone, like you feel it. This is pretty bad. So the guy is on the ground, bleeding from being knocked out by Hans. Saskia has the gun, and Wesley is currently being ripped apart by this dog.
Can I use my charisma to try to get the dog off?
You can. So why don't we do a influence another?
Yeah. That's what I want to do, because it's my best thing. And I'll say, heal.
Heal.
Whoo! Sorry. So that's a 20 total.
All right, yeah, just your commanding presence. The dog like kind of goes as it kind of plops his shoulder out of its mouth. Kind of Wesley hits the ground, and blood is pooling around his shoulder as the dog kind of just gets up like this and
Yep. Sit there. Stay. Okay, so we put him in the bathroom. We put the dog in the bathroom. We could shoot the dog. I don't care.
this dog which has like blood and flesh in its teeth. And Wesley's there like,
I mean, it will listen to me. I might actually get it to like obey me.
Just put it
But
in bathroom
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
not taking a risk.
Yeah, just
All
put
right.
it in bathroom right.
But-
Is the
but-
guy that I was fighting knocked out yet, or am I still like okay?
no,
He's-
you knocked him out.
Damn straight I did. Okay.
So put the dog in the bathroom. Put
Put
the
guy in the bathroom.
No, don't put them together,
Okay.
because then he would have a dog when he wakes up.
He not wake up for a while.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe the dog will eat him.
maybe.
And let the
Maybe.
dog outside.
Well, there are many dogs, but anyway, we have a gun. Here, you take the gun.
Let the
I-
dog outside.
Oh, well, sure. Weg met hier. Raus.
I will-
And you see it go over, and like strangely, it knows how to like move the handle of the door, and it kind of pulls it out, and it doesn't close it behind itself. It just
I'll go and close
What
it
did you
behind
do
it.
to this creature? You awakened it.
Yeah, you did. It is now you're familiar.
Yeah.
I always wanted a familiar. I graduated,
Mazel
yes!
tov.
God. Level up.
You did.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's finish. Do the circle and thing, and I will read.
Yes. I put the dude in the bathroom and locked the door.
All right.
Great. So as we're doing it, I will say, Deargoth, Chagidil, Tarmatorgion, Ex Crucifio, Excarnacion, Ex Mondato, Ex Homo de Grati Pardanat, Carnath.
That completes it.
Okay, so this says, with your third eye, visualize the circle's interior as an abyss, into which your pain shall fall. Step into the circle and seek out the magicians who caused your suffering. And then we do the third circle, which is so it is a big visualization. Where would we like to do this where we will not be interrupted?
Huh? I don't know. Maybe there's a room further down the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, so far it looks like now that you're past the exterior security, there's nothing much inside here. And no one, despite the limousines around, is in this area. But searching around the mansion, you know, several rooms laid out. So coming in, just kind of give you some perspective. When you first came in, to the left immediately is the bathroom, so that's where you guys came in. To the right is a hallway that leads to several rooms, and then forward is another hallway.
And the sound of haunting children
And haunting
through the
children in
halls.
the background.
And look at Wes. Is that yours? Where's yours? I'm not saying that. He doesn't really say that.
Yeah, you better not.
I'm not. Hans doesn't
Yeah,
want to push his luck.
too soon. In the living room, there is a small stairwell that leads to a lower level.
All right, we should get a towel to stop Wesley's bleeding.
I would have grabbed one when I was putting the dude in there, and I'll give it to Wes. The other shoulder is.
Tie it down.
He doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Wes is so done. He's like, nope, just let it bleed.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I liked being on a clock, you know. I like that I had a ticking clock to represent when this is all just over. So just let it bleed. I don't know. There's like a feeling of accomplishment. Just
Are you
knowing
sure
that.
you're not German? Your fatalism is very on par.
You might be German yet.
Oh my gosh.
Or French.
You're not drunk enough for Russian.
All right, let's find a location. I still have some sage, so I can like help with the visualizations.
All right, so you guys are just finishing up the visualization of the second circle.
I guess, yeah.
All right.
Did we find a room to do this, or are we just kind of doing this in the hall?
So the living room seems nice. There's furniture, leather, various prints decorating the wall. There's large plants in here. It's very serene.
Okay.
I'll move to slide furniture out of the way.
All right.
And table here,
Okay.
an armchair maybe. Get that rug out of the way.
And
Like
you
the
do hear
sage.
some discussion from down the stairs.
We should put something in front of the doors to the downstairs so that nobody comes up to like actually kill us.
Furniture.
Yes.
Will we have to go downstairs eventually to do the last part of this?
The last
Window.
part says that we visualize this.
Oh, we don't have to actually go to the middle of this temple?
No.
Okay.
That's what it says. It says with your third eye.
Oh, my third eye. I don't know where that is.
I will help you visualize. I won't do any funny stuff. I like for people to be like with that.
Okay. All right. We'll do that.
Yeah, though, let me see.
My hand is shaking a little bit because I have lost some of my cool.
Yeah, I just
Hans is like, this is great. I feel good. I feel invigorated. I feel like I did something tonight.
So you like the violence?
No, it just reminds me of my childhood.
I see. I don't actually see, but I will pretend to.
With your third eye.
Yeah,
See.
so the last part of this is just the visualization of it was your third eye and such. But then the third circle, you have to confront your enemy inside their temple. Which might.
So does that mean that we have to be in their temple, or can we do it from up here?
It says in their temple. I don't
In
know
their
if that's.
temple.
Don't know if that could
Visualize the circle's interior as an abyss, into which your pain shall fall. Step into the circle and seek out the magicians who caused your suffering. So this is going to open a portal to their temple.
be. Okay.
That's my interpretation of it.
No, looking at it, this one's kind of just part of the ritual.
Okay.
The last part, you have to physically be in their temple, but.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then. So then I guess we need to go downstairs, because that's where the voices are coming from.
Probably. That's where I'm going to assume their temple is.
All of our temples are down below, so,
Everyone's good temple.
whenever you want to hide something, you always put it below.
All right. Well, we have a gun. I don't know. We
Go into the kitchen, grab a knife or two.
All right.
just get the dog. Just throw that down there.
No, the dog's outside. Let the dog be free. And free.
All right. So, Hans, if we're really gonna do this, Hans will be like, "Let me go first. Let me see. Let me see if I can take most of these guys out. Just without too much incident. And then if you hear me not doing that, come in. I guess.
If you hear me screaming.
Okay. Can you both not die? I would really like if you do not die, because I don't have many friends who will actually hang out with me and deal with my witchy stuff. So I would like to keep you.
Niet, don't tell me what to do. Die if I want to.
Well, fine, and I slap him across the face. That is how I say I love you.
All right.
As a friend.
Reminds me of my childhood. Let's go.
Ow. Yeah.
I won't slap you. You're in enough pain.
It's true. No, he's in worse. Looking at Wes. All right, so Hans will utilize his ex-KGB-ness and start to sneak down there, gun drawn, and start to listen out for voices, see where they could be, and think about taking people out.
And for those watching, you could help if you want. You just have to subscribe or throw some bits. Or you can also harm. So it's really up to you what you want to do.
I'm tired,
Well,
guys.
you know what? They are saying that Alex is going to get us all killed.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I definitely
I'd
am.
like to throw in a complication.
We're not playing Children of the Fall this time.
Hans, you
Yeah.
take a few steps downstairs, and you enter this large chamber with skulls, with candles on top of it. There are several people around. All of them are drinking, and they look very much excited, and one of them kind of raises a glass at you and smiles and laughs.
He raises it at me. He sees me.
Yeah.
Hans will, obviously having been seen, start to move forward. Put that cup down. You turn around.
And there's like 15 of them here. And
Oh,
they're
there's
all-
15.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
there was like a
there's
couple.
lot.
God damn it! Can I make a perception check to see that before I just say that? Whatever.
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck ever. Okay, I roll perception.
No, you don't have to roll perception, but you clearly would have understood that there's a decent amount of individuals
Okay.
down here.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to he sees me, so there's no point in trying to stealth through this.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to stealth from because you're just kind of going down the stairs in a large room filled with people. It's not that dark, but and you
All right.
obviously
Could've-
stand out because you're not wearing like robes or don't have a wine glass.
I'm suddenly wishing for that dog.
Yeah. Yeet. Go. Nope. He's just gonna yeah, he's gonna have to move forward, and although he has the gun raised, and he'll continue to target the person that's holding the cup. He'll move forward.
Yeah, the individual will move forward to you too, and kind of look around. Is this the entertainment? Is this,
slowly
this is what
begins
we
to
have?
take things off.
It's or is this the last one? I don't remember.
No, I am last one.
You were the last one?
I suppose.
Excellent. The others are just down here. Come, follow me.
All right.
And
He's
he'll...
gonna.
Huh?
No. He'll What other ones? What others?
The other one's part of the ritual.
Are they the ones that we do the thing with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you not read the pamphlet?
I don't. Yes, I did. I read that pamphlet.
What I haven't seen you around here. Do you what's your thing?
My thing? He's gonna start to walk. He's gonna start to walk towards where he pointed.
Yeah.
What am I seeing? Like what I see, like this giant like room full of skulls and everything. What else am I like? Where's he pointing?
He's pointing to a room that has its door open. It's dark with kind of like flickering lights. There are a couple of people in robes in there, looking at a few people. You do hear whimpering as well.
What the fuck, guys? Oh man. Okay.
To
It's
your
a
right.
BDSM dungeon.
Have fun.
Yeah, to your
Fun.
right there is another hallway that leads to another room, and you see kind of these circular patterns etched into the floor down there. As
All right.
well as another room.
What's down there?
It's their inner sanctum.
If I start moving, can I start moving that direction?
Yeah, he kind of takes a step forward. Whoa. They're not ready yet.
Oh, who's in there?
Pagodin.
Pagodin's in there?
Yeah, Pagodin. I think Kramer.
Kramer's in there? Okay.
The other one.
Oh man. You know what? I forgot my radio. Hold on. I'll be right back. He's gonna walk back up.
What do you mean you're right? Okay.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
All right. You see, like, Hans run out of the mansion.
You never see him run like he's like hauling ass out of here.
Also, thank you, last of the Orions, for the sub.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Watch me fumble.
Yeah,
through
and let
this.
us know if you want to impact these people. Either good, weal, or woe. You could also just give one of them a gun. I've also allowed
Willy
that.
woo.
Don't give me another gun. Give me 5 guns.
I'll
So
be your help.
after like Hans makes this like epic run up the stairs to get, away from them and to like to meet back up. Okay. All right. When then they're a little blind. All right. There's like 15 people down there. In
Are they
rows.
getting ready for a some kind of orgy or
Yes.
something?
Well, maybe not 100% sure.
What were they
Maybe.
dressed like?
Like the monks, like the Jedi. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think of robes.
All right.
Anyway, they're down there, and there's people in maybe cages down there. There's more than I thought. Like,
Does any of this sound familiar to me? Like, as far as any kind of ritual that I would have heard about?
I mean, it's kind of too vague from Hans's description to really know exactly what. I mean, a lot of rituals encompass
People whimpering sounds like a sacrifice.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be pain, it could be sacrifice, it could be a lot of things without seeing.
So
the
I say
actual
that.
yeah. There's also a room with circles in the floor.
Yeah, that is a ritual chamber.
Yeah, that's what they said. They Kramer's in there and Pogado
Pogado?
Pokedo is in there. Both of them are in there. They were preparing for something, I'm guessing this ritual. There's more people than I thought.
Lastly, the Orion.
Gonna need a weapon.
To hold a man's fireman / survival in my hands is too much power.
Oh man.
All right. I'm gonna look at Wes. Wes.
I like somebody's like, time to nope out of there.
Well, we're already here.
Yeah, we are. I mean, are we gonna just try and make it to the room with the circles?
I guess so. Maybe are those the people that put this curse on you?
A Kramer is, I guess, the person we are trying. I mean, Magda is already
Dead?
Who put the curse on her? Was it Kramer?
I don't know.
Looking at Wes. Like, Hans is looking at Wes, because Hans doesn't...
Kramer's in the center of this, one way or another. It wasn't him. He must know. All this started with him.
Alright, so there's about, like I said, there's about 15, 16 people down there. If we're just going to go in, I'll try and hold anybody off and get you guys in there.
Well, were they waiting for anything else?
They were waiting. Oh, they asked if I was the last one, and I had said yes, I was, but
that makes sense.
I
Because
guess,
of how many people you need for a ritual.
I did not know. But the room with the circles is right off of the. So there's also a lot of skulls. Just to warn you, there's a lot of the things in the skulls.
I would expect.
It looks like it looks like a scarier version of your car, but not with much more bones.
My car is very delightful. It smells good. It is clean, except for the burn marks.
That is true. It smells very musty down there. Okay, anyway, back to what we're doing. All right, let's go. Let's go, Team Venture. We're just trying to get to that room, right?
It's all about the tiny details.
That's where we need to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
So all three of you guys heading down? Super cash?
Super cash.
Super cash.
Walk in like I own this place.
I will walk in, trying to look as officious as possible, like I'm a servant to Hans or something.
My servant. Hold my bludgeoning device.
Yes, master.
No, not really. He just has bludgeoning devices. Bookcase.
All right, so because of a benevolent patron of the arts from another world, Hans, as you're kind of looking around upstairs, you noticed down the hallway, someone must have come in probably within the last couple of minutes, but obviously nothing bad happened, but they left a submachine gun. It's kind of on the table.
Thank you, patrons of the Nether. Suddenly a submachine gun. I love it. Okay. Hans will take the submachine gun.
Now you gotta like dual wield it and just go downstairs like gun
Say
and
hello to my yes.
So going down, it hits you, Wesley. You know these people. Looking around, you see Berlin's most powerful men. There are politicians, 2 high-ranking chiefs of police, some union VIPs, and several prominent business leaders here. Wesley, since you kind of know the business and higher up worlds a little bit more.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah, you've probably had like lunch with a few of these guys.
Yeah, I
and,
did, didn't I?
one of them kind of looks at you and says,
Yep.
Mr. Davis? Mr. Davis? How the hell are you?
I'm just gonna stare at him, fully blankly.
I didn't know you were part of this. But that would make sense. You are having some hard times right now. Is this because of your wife?
Let's leave those matters alone for now. Let's just enjoy tonight.
Well, tonight's all about fixing problems. I tell you what, when my wife had a kid, she just, I don't know, women, right? They just change, right? Right when that happens. Something within them, some hormonal thing. But I totally understand why you did it. Like, and hey, you know, our life is a tough one, and you know, and they don't really understand. It's not us doing it, really.
Look, I need you to stop right now.
Are you okay? Did you want some drink?
Why not?
All right, cool. And he'll pour you a glass. Hans, I assume your guns, are they like out in the open, or you gotta admit it?
No, I can't like hide a submachine gun or something. So no, it's out. He's heading towards the room. Like he's kind of trying to get Wes to like come on.
Which room are you heading towards? The whimpering room or the one to your right with the
Whimpering room or the sun room? No, the one with the circles. The one that I think Kramer and what's his face is in Pagoda.
All right. So as you move past the room, your eye catches a glimpse of what's in the whimpering room. And it might disgust you, but it's definitely something you've seen before. Tied up naked is a older woman with her hands bound to the ceiling. You could tell that she's been in there for a little bit too long. The circulation to her hands has completely gone. Pale, with blood dripping from several places. She looks like she's been cut open in several parts of her body, and they are continually doing this, but she's at the point where screams don't really do anything.
Are they collecting the blood?
No. It seems very much a participation on the mutilation of the innocent. There are several people who are very young in that room too, kind of whimpering in the corner, dirty, shivering, obviously scared.
Looking at the floor,
Yeah. No, Hans.
tearing up a little bit, looking at the floor.
I was
Following
gonna
Hans.
roll under pressure, just kind of myself. Okay, no, we're fine. He will lower his eyes, knowing that he is full of horrible guilt, but he's going to press on to the room with the people, with Kramer. No, he opens fire into that entire room. Just kidding.
So you two head on by. Wesley, your friend, is pouring you some wine, and he's given you the a robe. And as you look at the different robes, you notice that most people are wearing like suits underneath it. It's obvious that these robes really aren't focused on the esoteric or the occult aspect. These are really just like ponchos to make sure the blood doesn't come onto what you know are very, very expensive suits. But it's very it's almost mind-blowing, this almost casual dinner party or wine drinking party. There's cheese out, people are enjoying themselves, they're laughing, but right next to it there's these horrific things happening, and no one bats an eye at the whimpering, the fear that you can almost taste in the air. It probably disgusts you at some point, so I'm gonna need you to keep it together.
This energy.
No.
And what's the modifier involved here?
Under pressure is coolness, so
Yep.
you're negative, right?
So, yeah, I'm -2 on coolness. So 5 total.
So actually, keep it together is willpower.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's willpower.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So 8 total.
Still a lot better.
You know,
You're rolling 2d10s, right? I said not d6s.
I need you to not.
So whatever is happening to you, this is you're not handling it. How does Wesley respond to this?
You know what you said to me earlier? Do you really think I did that?
Yeah, why it's not a big deal. Look, we're not like the other people out there, all right? We understand that the positions that we have are required, and sometimes we do things, and when we often are sorry about it, but we have to stay in our positions if society is going to continue on. So I understand it, Wesley. Don't beat yourself up about it. I think that's the most important thing you have to do.
This ain't we. I'm gonna roll violence.
All right. Yeah, Wesley.
Yeah.
And that is a much better roll.
Punch him in the dick.
17.
Oh, snap. All right, what do you do?
Do you want a submachine gun?
Hit him with a submachine gun. Just like
Hans will
punch him
toss
with
you that
it.
submachine gun.
I'm just gonna out of irritation, my thing was like, if I could just do something slightly aggressive, I could get it out of my system. Maybe that's the kind of like angry man I am. So I slap the wine glass out of his hand and it lands on the bar in front of us. And so I just lose it at that point because I don't feel any calmer. So I'm gonna take his head by the back of the robe and I'm going to bash him as hard as I can into the glass on the bar.
Woo.
All
Hans
right.
is like my boy.
Everybody
yes.
heard that.
Yes.
Some people
Yeah.
felt it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yes.
say this is pretty life-changing trauma. So you're gonna take a -4 to stability.
Woo!
Ooh.
Yeah, this is I think the
Pile it
first
on,
time your
puppy.
character has actively, consciously inflicted this much damage to a person. And in fact, it tastes sweet. And
Yes.
you find it very difficult to stop. As he's bleeding, he's crying, he's whimpering, you pull his hair back, and you just find that you can't help knocking his head right back into it.
Okay.
Again
3,
and again.
4.
And you're looking probably at the mirror in front of you, kind of on the wall, and it's cracked because of the amount of violence and force you are pressing against this this kind of bar area. Looking at yourself with this cracked mirror that almost splits the image of you in half, sweating, but you can't stop looking at yourself. As the whatever the hell you are doing with your right hand, and more specifically this man's skull, is very much in your periphery. So we are gonna do a roll, and if anyone wants to participate in this roll, I know Last of the Orions, you did a roll earlier.
Last of the Orions has been great in chat.
Yeah,
Aw.
so we're gonna
Yeah.
give it to him. So there are politicians, there are high-ranking police officers, there are union VIPs, and several prominent business leaders. So Last of the Orions, if you want, you can roll a D6, and it'll tell us which one of these prominent people of the society has Wesley just disfigured,
Deleted, I think is the
yeah,
term.
most likely
Yeah.
killed. It is up to you.
Yeah.
So the comments for our YouTube channel, since they won't be able to see it, he has said, "Violence. It's always the answer. This
It
is
is.
like the Joker pencil trick, but with glass."
I love it.
Yeah.
Welcome, Wes.
Yeah, so he'll get
Come
to
join us, Wesley.
join in the murder.
Socially harmful.
Yeah, yes.
Well, so this is the 90s. I'm an American and I'm in Germany. So I don't know, like, World War III is on the table depending on who I'm killing.
Yeah, so well, 6 is the most harmful, most socially. So this is a politician. That
Lovely.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Word,
yeah.
word,
You
word,
know,
word.
yeah. I don't have to explain it to you, but
Yeah, I know. But I kind of like it.
and what's
Feels
weird is
so
people
good.
around you are very much getting involved in this whole process. Almost like scarab beetles to an open wound. They just kind of race forward and join you in this celebration of death. But let's switch on over to Saskia and Hans. As you guys go into this other room, there's a couple of shouts and stuff from the room you just left, but it's nothing that needs your attention. Wesley's fine, I'm sure.
He's such a nice guy. He never does anything horrible.
Exactly.
He's my rock. When I feel like I have to be violent, he's not.
Exactly.
Are you from Jersey now?
Apparently, I don't know. It's late, guys.
He's totally fine.
Hey.
I don't know if this ritual will work if he is not here, because these people, you all cursed me.
He'll be here to. He's doing something. Let's just make sure that Kramer is not. Let's take care of him first.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You take care of him. I will do the circle
I'll
or
take
something.
care of him. Yeah, I'll take care of him.
Okay.
All right, so we walk in. What do I see?
Walking in, so this area looks like an antechamber, and then there is a door leading to what's most likely the inner sanctum. It's more heavily decorated, but there are 2 bodyguards standing right outside, each of them carrying a gun. And they kind of look at you with a question in their eyes.
I shoot them.
Roll violence.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is great. This is fine.
We're all fine. How are you?
Yeah, I just want everyone to know Last of the Orions destabilized a country, so really.
It's all his fault.
Yeah.
16.
Wesley's innocent. 16. All right. So we'll say you gun down immediately as you unleash this submachine gun.
I wanted to use a submachine gun. That's honestly I wanted to actually use this.
It does
so.
a lot of damage. The guy on the left falls to the floor and he's clutching at several holes in his stomach as he's bleeding out. He's still alive though. The one on his left shoots you though, so you guys were kind of in close proximity, so you can roll to dodge, which is your reflexes.
Oh no.
This slowly turns to John Wick.
Okay. Reflex.
I got an 11 total.
I did better.
Good.
Only Hans has to. They're more concerned about the person with the submachine gun.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I rolled a total of 11.
All right, so I'm gonna lower the harm. So endure energy at a -1.
Okay. Ooh, I have that. Okay. Okay. So, but they do both fall, right? Nope. One's still up.
Just the one. One of them is down, so you're able to kind of light him up.
To light him up.
Light him
All
up.
right. right. I'm continue to shoot at the other dude then.
Oh, what'd you get for your endure injury? Injury?
Oh, sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
realize
it's
I had to roll that.
roll your fortitude -1. Beyond
Oh,
the harm.
why? 8 total.
Ooh.
Can I get out like my ritual knife at this point?
You can, but Hans, you have a choice. This is your choice.
Okay.
You because this was a low harm thing. One of the bullets did clip you, but you are either knocked out, receive a critical wound, or you're dead.
Oh God.
Choose carefully.
Oh man.
Roll for it.
man. Do you want me to roll for it?
Oh, you won't.
I won't.
You won't.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do
Ah,
that.
come on.
You want me to roll for it?
Take a risk. Take a gamble. You're gambling on your own life. Then it's worth winning if you don't die. Where's the threat? Where's the risk of death if you're not gonna let probability roll it?
All right, what am I rolling? What am I rolling to not die?
All right.
Well, there's 3 outcomes, so
yeah, it's D6. 1, 2 is knocked out. 2, 3, or
All right.
3, 4 is receive a critical.
Oh my
and
gosh.
5,
I
6
my
is
gosh.
dead.
now I
I
hope
don't
you
want
don't
to
die,
be a
'cause
main
then
character
I feel
in
like
this
I did
campaign.
Yeah.
I promise
Hold on.
you, next time this happens to me, I will roll for it.
If I die.
Oh
If he dies.
man,
Hold on.
I
I
really
gotta find my
can't do
die. I
it.
gotta find my D6. Okay.
Yeah,
found my
you need
D6.
you
Okay.
need the good D10s. Or wait, no, D6.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm
Wes
rolling a
really
D6.
lived long enough to become the villain. That's what I've learned.
You have. All right.
Yeah.
So what is gonna be death?
Death is 5 and 6.
Death is 5 and 6.
Yeah, knocked out is 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is receive a critical wound.
All right, guys. All right. All right. Here goes.
Roll low.
Rolled a 2.
Yes.
All right.
Oh thank God.
I mean, that's not
Oh, God.
great. But yeah, you
I mean, what do you?
you get shot, and
I could have just picked it up, yeah, but
you immediately kind of, as you turn, you smack your head against the wall, and Saskia, Hans is down on the ground, blood pooling out from his shoulder, and as well as his head, but he's knocked out cold. You now have an individual who has a gun pointed at you, but you have a knife.
there's some machine gun that I still have that's in my.
Yeah, there's this thing like just on the ground.
I will try to use my forked tongue and my charisma and say, I brought the others.
All right, go ahead and roll charisma. I'm gonna give you a -1 just because of the awkwardness of the situation.
Okay. It could have been worse. 9 plus 11.
All right. So the guy nods, but there is a complication. He goes over, picks up the submachine gun and the pistol, and kind of puts it into his holder and says, "All right, the sacrifices are in the other room. Take them. Strip them and take them."
I will drag Hans over to the other room. And I will check him for anything that might be useful.
Yeah, and I like is he trying to pull the SMG out of Hans's hand? It's like, that's like,
He's out cold. I don't think he's going to be using it. Besides, there's blood all over it.
I'm not letting. No, I'm taking the submachine gun.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and he just kind of like takes the butt end of his pistol and smashes it against Hans' fingers until he can kind of rip off the SMG. And so yeah, Hans, Saskia, you're going through Hans's pockets and stuff like that, hoping there's something there.
Yeah.
Hans, is there anything?
There's a picture.
What's the picture of?
Yeah, what's the picture of?
It's a black and white photo of a man in his early 20s, and he's just sitting at a cafe table and he's smiling.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
Yeah. So you're dragging Hans over to the.
Yep.
As you pass, you notice that Wesley is now at the bar. Wesley, your right hand is hurt. Like there's bruises. There's a piece of a bone just kind of lodged into your palm.
Still have my drink in my hand.
Yeah, not too bad. But the person next to you, his head is one with the bar at this point in time.
Yeah, and then as the crowd rushes over to be like weird and sick, I realize I have evidence all over my hand, and stupid unthinking me, I decide, well, my tie looks pretty red, so I'm gonna wipe it, and it gets a little bit on my shirt, and I'm just gonna immediately like I'm not putting my drink down because I need this, and I'm backing away like to try to distance myself from whatever's going on.
All right. Are you distancing yourself up the stairs, towards the whimpering, towards the other scene?
The other scene where I heard, gunshots.
Gunshot, yep.
Yeah, my ears are everyone. Yeah, it was a whole thing. I'm gonna pull my hood up though and just try to sort of
meld into.
Hope my friends don't know that I ever did that, and hope like we can let obscurity make that just a weird part of the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're friends now.
So you see Saskia dragging Hans out of the room. Hans has a bullet wound in his shoulder and also bleeding from a concussion, most likely.
So I am going to, if the bullet's still in there, I'm gonna take the bullet out and wrap Hans's shirt, or like tear off a sleeve and wrap it around the bullet wound. And then I'm gonna leave my knife like tucked under Hans's thigh.
All right. And just dropping him into that room.
Yeah. Well, they told me to strip him, so I have to. I have to strip him down to his underwear.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It's a nice show.
Body. He works out.
Have you shown has the art been shown yet?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
right.
look at that. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's left from right.
I am not. Okay, Last of the Orions, I am not getting it on in the middle of a cell where there are children and old ladies hanging from the ceiling.
Boils.
Yeah, go upstairs.
There's also boils everywhere.
Yeah.
Boils.
Yeah, there are boils everywhere. But yeah, I think left to the right, we have a reporter played by Jen. We have Wesley Davis with the red tie. Hans with the white t-shirt and green jacket. And
Looks like
then
Chris Hemsworth's brother.
Malia's character, Mrs. Davis, is the one on the right with the red jacket, who is currently missing.
It's a classic whodunit. And,
It's a classic whodunit.
I'm hurt. I am grieving, and I just want to catch this guy.
You got blood on your shirt.
Yep. So, what are you guys doing now?
I will, like I said, I put my dagger under under his leg, and I try to like pinch him so that he wakes up a little bit. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. And then I will walk out with my bag and say that I am here to help with the preparation. Obviously, I brought the sacrifice.
All right. I mean, one of them hands you a dagger and says there's still some pain to be extracted. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna do it from Hans because he's already bleeding.
You're gonna. Well, they're motioning towards the old woman who's hanging. The others aren't
Scheiße.
ready yet.
Scheiße. Okay. So I will, in my head, say, "Please forgive me," and I will hold up a cup. I will hold up the knife, and I will cut her foot.
All right. Yep. Blood drips down. Yeah. What are you doing, Davis?
Oh, I don't care. I'm just watching it happen.
Yep. Yep.
Oh man.
This is terrible.
Yep. So Hans is going to be out for quite some time. It's gonna be about 2 hours that pass. With Saskia.
Saskia.
You're pretty much a part of this now.
Yeah.
With the expectation, and you know what those expectations are. After the
Yep.
grandma has died, succumbed to the lack of blood loss, the next person is brought up, hanged via the arms, and then the first individual takes a baseball bat to crush the rib cage, the arms, the legs, etc. And then everyone just kind of has a little thing that they add onto the pain, and you have to do this 2 times after the old woman.
Okay. I will make the foot thing my thing,
Mm-hmm.
because to cut the foot is to ensure that they will not walk away from this.
Yeah. So why don't you keep it together? I feel like this is a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scheiße. I'm gonna say that over and over. So that's for coolness.
Willpower.
Willpower. Oh, I got nothing.
Who needs willpower?
Who needs willpower? Ah, okay. Well, that is and I'm putting a -1, right?
Yep.
16.
Nice. So you grit your teeth and stay the course. It's very, very, very gritting of the teeth.
I don't want to die.
That is fair, because if they do this to this person, just imagine what they might do to you.
I think I should try probably. By now, some of the people here probably realize that I, in a fit of rage, killed somebody that was very important. But I don't know. We don't talk politics in here.
Nope.
We're not. We'll talk about that when we're not in robes. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody liked that guy anyway.
Yeah, but they could understand that I'm probably a little bit shook up. Not to bother me. I'm gonna head over to Hans and see what his condition is.
Yeah,
Without
so
looking too interested, I'm just going to walk.
yeah, so after the kind of 2 hours have passed, Wesley, you move over. You notice that Hans's eyelids start to flutter open a little bit. Hans,
Yeah, I'm going to
feel...
accelerate that process with a well-placed boot heel on the boil between the fingers. I just need a subtle way to wake you up.
Yeah, you press your foot down on it, and you immediately feel and we'll say it's your toilet bowl foot that you
Sure.
press down on it.
Yes,
So
you
there's that
can
little bit of...
take that small
Yeah.
victory.
Thank you.
Sure.
There's that, and you feel like not feel, but you see this white pus kind of splash out from underneath your foot and kind of fill the cracks of this floor. And Hans, it hurts like hell. It quickly brings you to consciousness, and kind of your instincts come in. You definitely feel the sharp object between your legs, your thighs.
It's under his thigh.
There you go.
Under his thigh. Yeah, and I did it in a way to look like I maybe stepped on the hand by accident, and I'm not paying that much attention. But I need you up, Hans.
All right, Hans, you are awake.
You see me being an asshole to you for no reason.
Per usual. Are you muted?
Crap, I was.
Yeah, you are.
Damn it.
Yeah,
So-
and as you wake up, I'm actually gonna, because my hands are just lowered at my side, I'm gonna sort of extend my left one out to help you get up without looking like I'm actively helping. I'm just trying to prolong this as much as I can. I'm not trying to get anybody's attention again.
I'm going to first remove the knife that's under my thigh because I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's something that like I feel immediately.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
just move that so that I can take his hand and kind of slowly get up.
Yeah, and you feel like a body behind you, and you turn around, and there's 2 young people, children, kind of clutching their knees, much like you, stripped.
Ugh.
How many people How many of these weird sick adults are in this room?
In
Same.
this room, because this is a little bit smaller room, there's like
Yeah.
5.
All right.
What's going on?
10 right outside of it in the main hallway.
All right.
What's
Just
the
follow my
plan?
lead.
Okay.
Saskia.
Take the damn knife.
Take it. Take it.
I want to do it. I look at the body hanging, the arms.
Right?
Okay.
I need something sharp.
I hand him the knife that I've been using for this. Kind of glad to be rid of it. What are you doing?
Take the knife, walk up to the person, and I'm going to throw it at the nearest dude.
Oh man.
Just with
Okay.
an absolute flick of the wrist. I'm going for a neck here.
Roll violence.
Oh man.
I already
okay.
rolled violence and I got 15.
Yeah.
Let the hate fill you. I'm
So
sorry, what?
you throw and it kind of grazes someone's Adam's apple, and then smacks against the wall, clanging to the ground. But you see the spray of red mist erupt from the individual's neck as he claws at the open space. Everyone around starts screaming, and there's like people are yelling, and the whole place erupts into chaos as people start running.
Right.
I'm not
Am I-
gonna leave a mess. I want to go pick up that knife again.
Yeah. The kids that were behind me that were tied up. Were they tied up?
Yep.
All right. Since Wes is doing that, I have a knife under me. Chaos is ensuing. I'm just gonna cut their ropes.
All right. Are you? They kind of look weak and scared. Are you telling them to get out, or?
Yeah, I'm telling them to get out, and I'm getting up, and I'm gonna start moving to where I need to go.
All right. So everyone's heading out. The victims as well. And as you guys kind of step out of this immediate chamber into like the larger area, you, Han, see the same guard who took you out a couple hours ago, and he has a submachine gun.
No, my baby, my baby. I have.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, fight. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I have something called Weapons Master.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly what the wording is for this, but is there anything in other than the knife that I have on me, is there anything else that can be used as a weapon?
Ooh, so there are several knives, chunks of rock, there's glass, there's wine bottles. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a wine bottle.
Yeah. No, he is going to take the knife that he has, as well as anything that he sees within his, like a piece of rock or anything, and use his training to try and take out a person that has a gun.
This should be great.
This is great.
This is great.
Why are we
Fine,
doing this?
fine.
Why are we doing this?
Hiding with
This is fine.
hiding with my wine bottle. Not cut
You
out
and
for
me.
this.
So Weapon Master, you're a master of armed combat or gunplay. So what was your focus, gunplay or armed combat?
I think it was gun combat, unfortunately.
All right. So you would roll your coolness instead of violence to engage in combat, and it pretty much gives you like all these different attacks that you can do.
Once you get a gun.
Yeah, once you get a gun. But yeah, roll.
I'm gonna do violence.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, 8. I rolled an 8 and a 5. 13. Yeah, and then I have a +3 for my violence, so 16.
Yes.
Ooh, 16. Nice. Let's see what we got. SMG is your birthright.
I want it. Oh, I hate that laugh.
Yeah, everything's okay. So yeah,
Everything
explain
is
how
awesome.
you kind of just bash
right.
this guy in.
All right. So, Hans, who has a lot of experience with bludgeoning people, saw that there was a rock and that had fallen from the wall or something, and picks it up, and immediately ducks behind the bar and then the wall, so he could get closer to this guy who's probably firing shots off at him already. And he manages just to get within range and kind of push the SMG away, and then just take the rock in his hand and bash the side of his head in. As many times as he can.
Yeah, so kind of following the example of Wesley, unbeknownst to Hans, Hans makes this person's skull a omelet. The blood dripping down, and you guys are now, it is empty and silent in this.
I take the SMG.
Empty, like everybody left.
Yep, everyone's gone.
Huh.
Can I, for good measure, take some fabric, which I'm sure there's some hanging around, or from my clothing, and put it in the wine bottle so as to have a Molotov cocktail ready to go?
Oh yeah, yep. Hans, I assume you're getting your clothes back on, or are we just gonna go this
No.
Nope. I'm just gonna take a bottle of vodka and let's go.
buff style? All right.
Yes.
So you guys headed to the.
I will say he's in his underwear. I did not.
I
take
am.
off
I
his
am in my
underwear.
underwear
He's in
with
his
vodka.
element.
I'm in my element with an SMG and a bottle of vodka. Let's just finish the shit.
I can hear the Russian national anthem playing in my head
Yes, that's
right now.
All right. So you guys heading into the chamber?
Yep.
Yep.
I got the knife back.
Okay, so
Yeah, I got a knife,
if well, that's my sacrificial knife, and I would really like it back if you're going to use the gun. Please and thank
Here
you.
you go.
Please and thank you. So if they are in there, we really fast do 3 circles around them. I will say the incantation and then we run.
Why can't I just shoot?
Because if you do that, then it won't take the curse off, and then your hand will still be gross.
We all have to run?
Well, whoever is doing the thing, I guess.
Who's doing the thing?
I
I've
pull
got
out
this.
the book.
Got this. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you just make sure they stay there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're going in.
Yeah, I'm just ready to go straight in.
All right. So you guys burst in, and what do they see? What do you guys look like now? What does your face look like?
Yeah,
I want this. I want you guys to describe this
So,
image.
the blood of people I used to know coats my white shirt, and I probably don't look like even a disgruntled version of myself. I have just transferred into this sort of like a robot. I don't give a shit anymore. My stability is, if it's positive, I'm surprised. I don't know what's going on, but I'm trying to finish the mission, and I'm not trying to deal with these people anymore.
Yes. Hans is equally at his end of everything. He is in his underwear. He is in just Hanes cotton underwear, with his shoulders bleeding. There's some sort of cloth around it from what Saskia has done. He's covered in blood. He just bashed somebody's skull in. He has his SMG. He has a bottle of vodka from the bar. He is wielding both very effectually, and is looking towards trying to get a target on Kramer and the other guy, to tell him to hold the fuck still.
Yeah. So
Yeah, how many people are in here?
they're bursting in. There's 3 individuals: Anton, Sasha, and Philip, the ones that you guys have been working on.
Yeah.
They look very much they are focusing on a ritual, but that as you guys enter, their eyes pop open as they're frozen in horror at the look of you three.
Saskia had her hair in a high ponytail. It is now like come out. So her dark hair is coming over her face. She's got dark-ish skin to like olive skin to begin with, but she's got like blood drops all over. She's totally in black with a little leather mini skirt that is now somehow shorter and ripped. And she's got a satchel where there is a bottle of wine with a black rag hanging out of it. And in one hand, she has her knife. In the other, she has a copper bowl.
All right. So you guys begin the ritual. Who is speaking the words?
Well, so in terms of weapons, we just have the SMG, right?
So there's an SMG. There was a pistol that you could have gotten from the individual as well, and
I've got the pistol.
Got the pistol. Okay, she has a ceremonial
dagger. Just about right away, I'm gonna shoot Kramer in the knee, and let them know.
Hans is like, "Oh man, Wes."
Yeah, you just can't get away.
Massachusetts, I love this. I like this part of you. This is great. We should be friends.
Yeah. You two
I'm
run.
walking around.
I will kill you. You're the last 3 alive.
He will kill you.
Yeah, and that he screams and grabs his kneecap as the others kind of look on in terror.
Yeah, don't move. Yeah, he's gonna look at the other two. Don't move, I swear.
All right,
he's gonna kill you.
So walking around, all of them, Shagdiel, Atherototh, Shagdiel Nekrat, Shagdiel Incarnat.
You better hope this works. I'm going to shoot you. Not you, not to them. I'm talking to them.
Suddenly,
oh God.
The ground trembles with a low vibration, intensifying into a small earthquake. A distant rumble is heard as the fluorescent bulbs on the ceiling explode and scatter glass shards everywhere. At the same time, the room's 4 walls crumble away with a hideous crash. You are blinded in a cloud of dust. An ice-cold wind rushes forward, swirling around in front of each of you, as if inspecting you. A bluish light sparkles in the air, illuminating a large hall, which stretches out around you in all directions. Rough pillars support the ceiling. A rhythmic rumbling as that of machinery can be heard. The basement walls lie in rubble over the whole stone floor. Nothing resembles that of Pokodin's mansion, or anything vaguely resembling it.
Kramer here with us, though?
Huh?
Are they here with us, though?
They are. They are wailing and crying and spasming on the floor as if being assailed by something. Slowly in the distance, you see 3 dark shapes approach from different directions. You guys all need to roll. Keep it together.
Cool. Well, my stability is not very high.
Okay.
The lowest roll I could get of the night. This is it.
Okay.
12. But I don't know how my stability affects my penalties here.
Oh, it just subtracts. So you had what, the -4?
Yeah.
Yeah, so -4.
So I got 8.
I got 12.
I rolled 2 1s.
Oh God.
Oh.
People being broken today.
I know. I done lost it.
So we're gonna say this is life-changing trauma. For Wesley and Hans who failed.
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
All right.
That's another -4 to your stability.
Okay, so -8. Casually, just
Yeah.
Casually, just casually.
Perez, what did you get on yours?
Me?
No, Perez.
Oh, Perez.
Oh, I got a 12.
All right. So you were able to hold it down a little bit better. We are going to give you the scared, so you're at a -1 stability.
Okay.
However will you manage?
I don't know.
We tack these on like our characters. Good lord.
Yeah. Wesley, you're broken at this point in time.
He's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not a protagonist anymore. I don't know.
Oh no, in Kult you never not become the protagonist, you just become something worse. So we'll talk about what happens in between this session and the next, and we'll let people know what exactly has happened. But basically, I have the power to switch your attributes, change your archetype, all sorts of amazing things. Hans, you're distressed, but you're keeping it together. You haven't gone through as much because you were kind of taking a dirt nap.
It's because I have vodka.
Vodka
Taking a swig of this is like my underwear. Just like, I don't fucking care.
So
Don't fucking care.
What cracks and splits your mind, you see 3 tormented creatures. The obvious leader appears to have once been a frail adolescent girl. Now her long braided hair ends in rusted hooks. Her jaw has been torn from her face, and she is wrapped in a blood-soaked ceremonial robe. The other 2 are emaciated elderly women with dried blood flecked around their mouth, and a young woman whose body has been butchered and sewn back together. The latter's stomach and internal organs are all gone. The only thing holding up her body is her spine. They walk past you, and Wes, you can kind of feel the dress of the leader as it moves right past you, and form a circle around the 3. Without warning, you see the 3 Russians are turned inside out. Blood and entrails rain down over everyone, so you guys are now covered in blood, red stained.
In my underwear.
Roll, keep it together.
In my underwear, holding an
Look.
SMG and vodka. This is a sight.
You want me to roll that?
No, you can't get a success, so
That's what I was gonna say.
you break even further.
At -8, yeah, I don't know.
You're doing great. What about you, Hans?
I rolled a 9 total.
All right, how about you, Perez?
I rolled an 8.
Woo! All right, Hans, you break. Your mind is torn asunder. Perez, you're getting to that point. You're at this is life-changing trauma. What you were seeing right now.
To Russia.
I was just supposed to follow them.
Welcome to Berlin.
Welcome to Berlin.
So 3 identical men rise from the still living and screaming bodies of the 3 Russians. They appear in their 40s and slightly overweight with black hair and burning eyes. They are naked.
I want to light my Molotov cocktail and blow them up.
You're kind of like,
Fuck this.
you light it. So you can roll violence. You're at course at a, what's it, -5 at this point?
I don't know.
Yep, -5.
Okay.
Don't fail.
Okay. So that's so -5.
Yep.
It was really good. -5. Do I get my 1 violence?
Yeah, you get your 1 violence.
Okay, 15.
You still, oh my god, that is good. So you throw, who are you throwing it at?
I throw it in the middle of the 3.
you throw
just
it,
like-
it explodes in fire. They don't even blink. They don't look to you. The flames lick at their flesh, kind of burning parts of it, but they don't respond whatsoever to the
Nope.
pain that is being inflicted upon them.
Nope.
One of them, the one with just its spinal cord keeping it up, looks at you briefly. It doesn't smile. It doesn't wink. It just looks at you for half a second and then turns back to what's going on in front of it. Yeah.
Not okay. I am not okay.
So, smiling, the ones that rose slowly approach you. One for each of you. They reach out a finger, still dripping with gore, and lightly touch each of you on the forehead. A burning sensation rushes through your bodies, racing from the point they touched you right on the forehead all the way down to your genitals. You are thrown back and helplessly collapse. Still smiling, the three men fade away. You three lie on the floor. You feel defiled, as if you've been dipped in dung. Something inside you has changed, and you don't understand it as of yet. But something has changed. After the three vanish, you see the three women drive rusted meat hooks into the eviscerated bodies. They drag these three, who are impossibly still alive, screaming as they are turned inside out. And as they reach the edge of the room, they look at you three. Even the one without a lower jaw, kind of, you see it move a little bit. You have summoned us. We have come. Your pain belongs to us. We shall meet again. And then they vanish with the three. So, what are you guys doing?
So, I take it we're back where we were.
You are in a pile of destruction. This house has been leveled. The mansion is gone. It's as if it was bulldozed over. There is nothing left but the foundation, and no one else is around.
Nobody else?
I'm going to drink my vodka and have a cigarette.
How about the
You're like-
dog?
In my underwear, covered in blood, shoulder bleeding out. That's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
do.
kind of raise the vodka to your lips. And you notice that the bottom half of the glass is gone.
Yeet.
And you
I
guys
have a
are
cigarette.
covered in blood and gore.
Hey, Kit.
What, Hasselhoff?
How about the dog?
I will whistle and see if the dog comes.
You whistle, and as if responding to your whistle, you do hear police sirens in the distance.
Yeah, you're covered in blood.
You are too.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you guys
You
doing?
gotta
They're
go.
coming.
I'm ready to book it to the car.
Can you run, Hans?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Gonna get up and follow them.
All right, so you guys start running. It's way more difficult for Hans, but really, you've gone through so much. What's the extra pain of running barefoot through the woods and through this kind of rubble-filled area? You guys make it out. And we're going to kind of jump a couple of hours as you guys have found a hole-in-the-wall hotel room.
We found my car.
Yeah, you found your car and kind of went back to Berlin. Cleaned yourselves up.
In the river. We are not going into any kind of establishment covered in blood.
yeah,
Just
that's
walks
right.
in underwear.
Yeah,
Doesn't care.
you probably want like another wash though.
Oh yeah.
And as you guys are in this hotel room, kind of looking back at your last 5 hours, the TV is on, and you guys see each of your faces come up on the screen. And there's no volume on, it's on mute, but there is a clear indication that you three are now wanted by Germany.
No, they used my old photograph.
Who checked into the hotel? Which of the three of us?
Probably me.
Yeah. But yeah, all three of you, and so you guys all gain the disadvantage wanted.
I already have that.
Well,
Super wanted.
Double wanted. People want me.
Yeah, I mean, people now know where. I mean, they're not using your real name, but
Hans
Your-
is even my real name.
yeah, your picture is on there, and so you know everyone who has been searching for you all this time. Now's the time.
Yeah. They used my old photograph. That's great.
So, to close it off, what are each of your characters doing these final moments and thinking of?
I'll go last.
I'll
Okay.
go. Hans, at the next available moments, after he sees himself, I'm gonna go take a walk. And Hans, if that is permitted in this, he'll leave the room and take a walk to probably a bar, to a specific kind of bar.
Oh yeah. All right, Saskia Perez. Saskia.
I will be in the bathroom. I will have some sage lit or some kind of incense lit, and I will be cutting my hair, my long luxurious hair. I'll be cutting it into like a messy pixie cut. It just locks of dark hair hitting the floor, tears coming down my cheeks, and you see me muttering a kind of glamour spell on myself. Whether or not it works, who knows? But I'm chopping my hair off nonetheless.
All right,
That is the mood.
Davis.
Yeah, so I'll head out shortly after Hans, but in the opposite direction. So you maybe have gone left. I'll go right, and I'll head over to the front desk. As I peer through the tall, full-size glass door, I'll see the TV's on. Same guys behind the counter as when she went to check in. So I'll open the door, the bell will chime, and I'll say, for what it's worth, I'm sorry you had to see that. And I'll shut the door, turn the deadbolt lock, flip the sign to close, and I'll just leave the rest to your imagination.
God.
Ooh, Wes.
All right.
Mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up at the completion of Act 1 of the Black Madonna.
Yes.
Act
man.
What
1.
did you pull me into?
You don't even know. You don't even know what.
Holy
Like, we have already been through hell. We've
'Cause I'm
seen it.
wanted.
Yeah. So everyone, thank you guys for showing up and watching us. Thank you guys for participating. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. If you want to see more of our stuff, check us out at pennyforatale.com. We are also on Le Facebook, of course, with Penny for a Tale, where we chat and talk about all these cool things. So yeah, Ian, did you have any closing remarks?
Yeah. My campaign on Penny for a Tale is not like this. I'd say it's this dark about 1/8 of the time, because 1/8 of the cast is Mitchell.
And Mitchell
than
is
that-
like this.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. It's fantasy, and I think it's a lot of fun. So you can tune in Sunday. It's like UTC -5, so 8
Yeah.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Watch me as I try to bring Kult into Pathfinder.
I'm gonna remember that you said that now, and I'm slightly terrified. But yeah, that's where you can see me.
Alex, what do you have to say?
I'm Alex. I can't believe this is only Act 1. I've already been through hell. Like, no, this is absolutely fun. This is a good dark game. I'm also in the Pathfinder game, which is a lot less dark. And I'm gonna start running Star Wars soon, so you should totally check that out as well. Penny for a Tale. Find me here, Twitch or Facebook, whatever.
Yeah, and how cult-like will Star Wars be?
No, no.
Just a little bit.
That
Can't
is a
take that.
good answer.
No.
Yeah. All right, Spence.
Hi, I'm on this channel almost every day, apparently. And I'm a part-time player in the Pathfinder game on Sundays. Next week, I will be doing my once a month one shot of hot guys making out. So stay tuned for time and date because the original time has something else during that slot, so we'll figure it out. And also, me and Mitchell do occasional interviews with game designers called RPG Short Rest. So
Yeah, and if you want, we on our YouTube channel, Penny for a Tale, we did interview Pitanalo, who wrote and created the new Cult Divinity Lost, as well as Jacqueline Breik, who wrote some of the scenarios in one of the supplements.
And we also interviewed Red Moon Role Playing, who are also have done a really good version of Black Madonna.
Yes. They are amazing. Also, we are almost wrapping up with Oakwood Heights, or Legacy of Oakwood Heights, which is a Penny for a Tale written sequel to the original Oakwood Heights scenario. That is finishing up hopefully this end of this month. And cross your fingers, should be going to design by the end of it. So once again, thank you everyone for showing up and enjoying this wonderful evening and this amazing time. I know I will have sweet dreams. So yeah, goodbye everyone.
Dick man.
This is for you, Mitchell.
That's fair.
This is for you.
I got an SMG.